This is the new Ping G440K driver, and as small as this is, this matters. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So for the last decade or so, Ping has really made itself known in the driver world for making some of the most stable, best hitting high MOI drivers out there. If you're somebody who struggles to find the center of the face, then Ping drivers have done an excellent job of providing you with stability and protecting ball speeds on your off-center hits. Well, this driver right here, the G440K model, has just been released. And I gotta tell you, there are a lot of reasons why I think for many golfers out there, this driver is gonna be a much better option than the 10K. And in this video, I'm gonna explain to you why. Now, from a construction standpoint, the G440K driver has a lot of technologies that we've seen in Ping drivers from the past. When you look down at the club, you're gonna see a large carbon fiber crown, and it actually spills over the top lines of the crown into the toe and into the heel. Ping refers to this as carbon fly wrap, and it's a great way to save a lot of weight from the top of the club head. You'll also notice on the bottom there's a large carbon fiber panel here. Again, saving weight from the middle of the club, creating discretionary weight so that designers and engineers can shift that weight to boost up the stability and get better performance. On the front of the golf club, you're going to see a very large titanium face. This is a variable thickness face, so it's going to be slightly thicker in the center and then gets gradually thinner as you go towards the perimeter. That not only saves weight, but it also expands the sweet spot in all directions. So you've got this really large hitting area, and if you do happen to hit a little bit towards the toe or towards the heel, that face is going to want to protect ball speed and protect distance for you. But the technology feature that sets apart the G440K from the ultra high MOI drivers that Ping has had in the past is right here. This is 32 grams of tungsten, and it actually moves. You can have this set into the center here, again, to maximize out the forgiveness, give you a little bit more height on your shots, a little bit higher launch angle, a little bit more spin, but you can also set it in to create a slight draw or fade bias. So working with a fitter, you're going to be able to maintain that ultra high MOI while giving you a little bit of shot shaping. This is something that's brand new to the Ping 10K universe. This is a 10K driver. It is an adjustable 10K driver, and that is why this 32 gram tungsten weight in the back, it really matters. Of course, there's also an adjustable hosel mechanism that allows players and fitters to adjust the loft as well as the lie angle of the G440K. So no company is really more synonymous with custom fitting than Ping. And the whole idea of bringing another level of fitting, another element that can be in the quiver, if you will, of a custom fitter to be able to get this ultra high MOI design into players' bags, but to be able to tweak it and modify it as they need is something that really is fantastic and should be something that can help a lot of players not only get ball speed protection from that face, but also be able to find a lot more fairways because they're getting all of that added stability with a little bit of shot shaping correctness. Now, you're obviously not going to be hitting these big arching high draws with a G440K. And if you're somebody who really likes to hit the high cut or really likes to move the ball from left to right off the tee, then this driver might not be for you. But if you're a kind of person who's looking to hit a lot more fairways, if you are in the market for a 10K driver, having this element in the back, as humble as it may seem, can be another way to get just a little bit more shaping correction, a little bit more of a way for fitters to work with you to straighten out a ball flight. This is the kind of thing that can help a fitter turn your slice into a playable fade or turn your hook into a more playable draw. It's a new element, and I think players out there are really going to be overlooking it, but this is a really big deal. The other thing that would be really easy to overlook is that Ping is selling this golf club standard at 46 inches. That is the maximum legal limit from the USGA and the R&A. Now, for a long time, going with longer clubs as standard, something that was 45.5 or 46 inches, really endangered at the recreational level players missing the face and therefore losing out on distance and losing out on accuracy. But because this driver is so stable and Ping is so sure that the stability that's built into this driver and the face technology that's built into this driver, it can overcome slight mishits, but you're also then going to get the benefit of being able to swing this driver faster because it does have that maximum length, that 46-inch length. This same driver at 45 inches with the same amount of effort would be swung slower by just about everybody out there. Ping is trying to give you a little bit more club head speed. It's trying to work in tandem with the turbulators that are on the crown of this driver, these sort of fang-like elements that help to improve the aerodynamic properties and keep the air flowing efficiently over this driver. Going to 46 inches should help players generate more club head speed, and therefore generate more ball speed. And again, according to Ping, because you're not going to be losing nearly as much ball speed on your off-center hits with this face, that's going to lead to better driver performance. So who did Ping make the G440K driver for? I think this could be in the bag of just about every recreational golfer out there who struggles to hit fairways and who's looking for a lot more consistency off the tee. Someone who shoots, say, from the low 80s, mid 80s, up into the 90s, and possibly even the 100s, because you've got a 10K driver here. The maximum amount of stability and forgiveness that Ping can give you, along with an adjustable hosel and an adjustable weight, means you've got a little bit of shot shaping correctiveness that fitters can then have at their disposal. This is something that could work for a lot of golfers out there. If you are somebody who's an accomplished golfer who relies on their skill to try and move the ball and to shape it, then the G440K is probably not going to be the one for you. But if you're looking for long, straight drives, if you're looking for more consistency off the tee, if you were on for example, the camera analogy that I really like, if you're looking for point and shoot, the G440K is point and shoot. If you're looking for something that's going to give you more of a DSLR, every little variable is going to be at your fingertips where we can tinker around with that, the G440K is probably not going to be the driver in the Ping lineup that you were going to want to be looking at. So obviously Ping made this driver available to me, and I had an opportunity to go to my buddy Chris Cody's golf shop in Portland, Connecticut, and put it through its paces. And the very first thing that I thought of when I looked down behind the golf ball was how good this driver looks in the addressed position. The turbulators can be somewhat of an off-putting thing for some golfers, but I think that they work out to be a tremendously good alignment aid. You'll notice that there's no logo up on the top, but those turbulators immediately draw your eye right to the center of the hitting area, and it makes squaring up the ball and lining up the face behind the ball in the addressed position really easy. The next thing I noticed was the feel of the golf ball as I was making impact. It was sensational. Every shot. And I know that because I could feel that some shots were a little bit low, some shots were a little bit more towards the heel or the toe. The sound was fantastic. The feel of all of them was really solid. A really satisfying sort of a crunching sound, time and time again. I also noticed that my dispersion was pretty tight. When I was going through and hitting shots, even when I was sometimes out towards the heel or the toe, I was noticing that my shots flew straighter than I probably would have expected, maybe straighter than they deserved, to be honest with you. But this will be a driver that I cannot wait to get out on the golf course. In the simulators, I was seeing all the data and all the numbers that I would want to see. So 100 club head speed right on the dot, 145 ball speed, 2600 spin with a carry of 242 and a total distance of 260, which is on the bigger side for me. At 55 with my 11 handicap, if I can get 245 yards of carry distance, to be honest with you, at that level of straightness, that for me is something that's definitely got to be considered. If you're somebody who shoots mid 80s, mid 90s, low 100s, a Ping G440K could be the driver that helps you take your game to the next level. So I think that's just about everything you probably need to know about the Ping G440K driver. But if you do have a comment or a question you'd like to ask me, please feel free to leave it in the comment area below. I do try and check the comment area and answer as many questions from people just like yourselves about Ping products, about drivers. Our goal is to be a great resource for you to get the best fitting equipment into your bag. And if you did find this video to be helpful and informative, it would help Golfweek out a lot if you would smash that like button as well as subscribe to our channel. It really does help us out tremendously. So thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you again really soon.